social communication challenge come in different way, you know, like they don't communicate their needs. They don't give you eye contact. They don't point to the object. They don't ask. They don't demand. They don't request for what they need. Guys, welcome back to my channel. I think I saw some new subscribers, like one or two people subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing, and believe me, you are not going to regret coming to my channel, because what I'm talking about basically is very important. I shouldn't be even begging someone to subscribe to my YouTube. I shouldn't, but because it's awareness, no one, if you don't talk to people about it, no one will know. So that's why I'm asking people, please subscribe, because what I'm talking about here on my channel is the most important thing that we need. It's the most important thing that everyone need to hear, because mental illness is every day by day. People are getting depressed, people are getting bipolar, people every day by day. Let's say every day, if 10 people should give birth, maybe 3 of those kids are autistic. So I am begging you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's because I want you to get to know that I have a channel, that I have something I have a channel. But I believe that if you have a time to watch what I'm doing, I shouldn't be begging. You should be sharing my videos. Yeah, you heard me right. Thank you so much for all of you that subscribe newly, and for my old subscribers, those that continuously support me. Shout out to you guys, those that at least watch the video up to 1 minute and also comment and also like. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. To my new subscribers, if you have not watched any of my video, I believe you may have look or read my previous videos to understand. But I also want to just talk a few things about it, like my previous video, especially the last video I posted, which I talk about the early signs of autism from 0 to 12 months. So basically what I talk in my channel is about the good mental health for our children, the good mental health for all of us, the difference between mental illness and autism. So autism, I have also explained in my previous video what is autism for all of you, for the new subscribers. For the new subscriber, I have also explained about autism. So if you just recently subscribed, or if you have subscribed but you never even watched my video, to get to know what I talk about, please just take a look at my previous videos. So in my last video, we talked about the early signs of autism from 0 to 12 months, and I can remember I highlighted 5 symptoms that you should watch out when your child is still between 0 to 12 months. And I promised you guys that my next video, which is right now, the one I'm talking to you now, is the early signs of autism from 1 year old. So from 1 year old, that is from 12 months to 24 months, that is 1 to 2 years, there is some signs which you have to. So there is some signs which you might just keep watching to know if your child is autistic. You don't have to say that if your child is having some behaviors, some signs or some symptoms, you will now say you label it as witchcraft or label it as your village people being after you. No, you need to observe, you need to watch carefully. Check out my previous video. If you see this video, if you watch that previous video from 0 to 12 months, it's important because you get to understand. So it's not about village people, it's not madness, it's not witchcraft. These children, they came to the earth in their own way. And the best thing you could do is to determine if your child is autistic. And then from there that is when you can help your child. Because early intervention is the key. If you are able to observe these symptoms earlier and take actions early, you will change that pattern. You will do a lot. There will be a lot of changes in your child. Because I have said it in my previous video, autistic people most of them are more smarter even than you. They can do anything, they can study, they can work. Autistic, there is a doctor that is autistic. No, we have teachers, autistic teachers. So it's not madness, it's not witchcraft. So today we are going to talk about the signs from 12 months to 24 months. From 12 to 24 months. And I'm going to list 5 signs. You might see from 12 months old to 24 months, like that is from 1 year to 2 years. Guys, my dear, all of you, my subscribers, or anyone that will come across this video, we have to create awareness. Autism is not mental illness. Autism doesn't mean you are mad. Autism doesn't mean the village people is after you. Autism doesn't mean that the Almighty God caused you. Autism doesn't mean that if you have a child that is autistic, it doesn't mean that God don't love you. It doesn't mean that you are all alone on this earth. It doesn't mean that God didn't bless you. Those kids, they are awesome kids. They are amazing kids. But the best thing you could do for those kids, is to help them as early as possible. When you are able to detect these signs, these symptoms earlier, you can put your energy and give the child the early intervention that they need. Give the child a therapy, guide the child. I know a lot of people cannot be able to afford therapy. And I know many people don't have insurance for therapy. It happens. Like where I come from, a lot of people are giving birth to autistic children, but they think these village people, and then the only thing they do is pray at midnight, fire, this, that. Prayer is good. Prayer, there is nothing God cannot do. God heals. God make it a way where there is no way. God change things. But when it comes to our health, when it comes to how you come into this world, God is aware that is how you are coming. Those kids, they are not cursed, and they are not different from others. The only thing is that they came to the earth differently in their own way, and you as a parent, the best you can do is to support them, help them. The third, watch your child. As you are praying, you have to watch. You have to know that these things is happening to my child, and then you will ask. Even if you can't be able to afford the therapy the child needs, you can still have your own way of helping that child. Because here in my video, I will continuously talk about it. I'm privileged to be ABA therapist, applied behavior therapist. I am going to continue to talk about it. These little things that you could do to help your child, I will continue to talk about it here. But the first thing that you have to get it into your head is that autism is not witchcraft. Autism is not mental illness. It's not that you're crazy. It's not that you're mad. So today we are talking about the early signs from 12 to 24 months. I'm going to highlight 5 symptoms. Some of these symptoms I'm going to highlight. These 5 symptoms I'm going to highlight, which is from 12 months to 24 months, is still related to that from 0 to 12 months. So for you to understand that it's just the same thing. But the thing is that those kids, autism is neurodevelopmental disorder. Is a spectrum. It's not like something that, okay, when you feel headache, you will know that you are feeling headache. You can just mention this is headache. And when another person is feeling headache, the person can say the same thing. I'm having ache, like I'm feeling headache. When you have a hand pain, when your hand or your finger is paining you, you can say, my finger is paining me. Another person can say the same thing. But in autism, it's different because it's spectrum. They all come with their different, like in their own different ways. Like it's not the same thing. How this person is, the symptom one person has will not be the same symptom the other person has. It's a spectrum, is diverse, it's different. The other person may have flapping, sensory flapping, may have flapping. The other person may have heating. It's different, which we will continue to talk about it. So today, the first sign from 1 year to 2 years is social communication challenge. This is also related to the other among the 5 signs I gave in my previous video, which I mentioned 5. I highlighted 5 also. The social communication challenge come in different way. Like they don't communicate their needs. They don't give you eye contact. They don't point to the object. They don't ask. They don't demand. They don't request for what they need. So, when a child is 1 year old, the child can be able to, even if you are still breastfeeding your child, can be able to, like, if he come to you, can be able to go grab your body and put on his or her mouth. If your child is autistic, he or she cannot do this. They cannot request, they cannot ask for what they want. They rarely point to the object or anything that interests them. They may like this thing, but they don't show interest. They don't respond consistently to their name being called. This was also included. I said this in my previous video. Limited eye contact, not responding to their names. They don't respond to their names. These are the social communication challenges that autistic people face from early age, which is possible. You can still help them to revert this. Not to change them. You are not going to change them. They are not going to be changed, but you can help them. Like if something is like this and you want to help, like my finger is like this, you want to help this finger. You want this finger to turn a little bit like this. You can do this. You can. But you're not going to definitely going to bend this finger. But at least if the finger is like this and you consistently keep changing it, it's possible the finger will be like this. You understand? It's possible the finger will do like. It's not like you are going to change who they are. You are not going to change them, but you are going to help them, to direct them, to be able to live a normal life. So, social communication challenge is the first symptoms that you will notice, which I said is limited eye contact is involved, is also included in social communication challenge. Limited eye contact. They rarely point to the object they are interested in. They don't show interest, they don't point to it. limited interest in playing with others or sharing what they have. This was also mentioned in my previous video. Once they have something, they don't want to share it. They don't want you to take it. They don't even want to play with you. If you have a child that that child always want to be on his own, he doesn't want to communicate or to play with. If you have other child, maybe I've given birth to one or two other child, but that child consistently don't want to play with those ones, only want to be on his or her own. He find comfort in his own. Please watch it out. It might be a sign of autism. They don't answer their names. They don't give you eye contact. They don't point to what they are interested in. These are all associating with others. They just want to be on their own. They just want to line their own objects, line up a toy, consistently do things in their own way. So these are one of the symptoms that you have to watch out from 12 months to 2 years. So the second one is delayed or unusual speech, delayed blabbing. It was also included in 0 to 12 months symptoms, which I mentioned earlier. Limited, no talking, no children once they are up to age from 12 months, let's say from 8 to 9 months, 12 months, they can be able to echo what you say. They can be able to repeat a word they consistently hear. They repeat words. They say the same thing you have said. They can say mama, they can say baba, they can say no. This was also included in the previous video. So delay or unusual speech, difficult using gesture like waving. They cannot wave. When the child is up to 1 year, you can say bye bye. They can't say it. If they are not autistic, they can. If they are autistic, you have to try and try. Sometimes you have to also use your hand, use your hand to say bye bye to anyone before they can. So they shaking hand, nodding their the signs, those signs that shows communication. The kids do that you can prompt them, tell them to do, and they find it difficult to do it. So the third one is restricted or repetitive behavior. Showing intense focus on certain objects or part of objects. The spinning wheels, lining up toys, like spinning, how do I say? When they will sit in one place like this, and then they want to do this. They want to turn. They want to do one particular thing over and over again. It's like they repeat one particular thing that they find comfort in doing. This is number 3. If your child repeats one particular thing, strong preference to routines. They don't want their routines to be changed. If you wake up every morning, take her, shower her, feed her, and allow her watch her iPad or watch a movie or go and play. If there is any other day that you didn't follow this routine, if your child cries loudly, throw him or herself on the floor, you should watch out. Do these things, cry loudly, throw things on the floor, bite himself, throw himself or herself, rock, flapping his or her hand and spinning. When they are those things they are doing, it's not like they want to punish you, but they are trying to comfort themselves. So if flapping their hand, spinning, all those things is among the third symptoms, which is restricted or repetitive behavior. Sometimes they do their hair, they spin their head like this. Sometimes they use their hand close to their eyes, they do like this. These are the things they do. They find comfort in doing it. Sometimes they spin around, they turn, and they find comfort in doing these things. So they don't want you to change their routine. They don't want you to those things you are doing every day for them. If you don't do it accordingly, it's going to, they react. And when they react so strongly that because autistic children, they are so strong. When your child is very strong, he can hit his head. He can, especially when the routine is changed, especially when you take away things that he or she like. And then you are finding that, the strength of that child is greater than your strength. Please watch it out. Watch these things out. So the fourth one is sensory sensitivity. Sensory sensitivity, overreacting on that, reacting to sound like music, light, like I'm using a light to make this video. If a child with autism have a sensory of light, they would rather off this light. They don't like it. They don't feel comfort. Some of them can get, when the light is off, they get agitated, like they feel like someone is going to, they just want to on that light. Once they find it that the light is off, they want to on it just to make sure they are safe. So if they have this sensory sensitivity, they overreact, especially textures, taste of food, textures, like even smells. They feel somehow when they perceive a smell they don't like. When they perceive the one they like, they will want to come close to you. They want to give you a kiss. They want to touch you because that smell, they like that smell. So these are the sensory sensitivities. Some of them, their hand, they want you to touch them. They want you to squeeze them. They will just use your hand and place on their hand, and they want you to do these things. These are the sensory sensitivities. They are sensitive to sensories, sensitive to what they eat, the taste of what they eat. If they eat one food, it doesn't taste like the one they have eaten, the one they like, they will throw it out. They specifically want that taste, the one they want. They like something, maybe it's not crunchy, maybe it's, they just, the taste of food, the texture, they like one thing, one particular thing, the way it is. So this is sensory sensitivity, which is number 4. So the last one we are going to talk about today is limited imaginative play. Which one? This one, watch it out. Imaginative play is something that all of us, imaginative play. Everyone did have limited imaginative play. Everyone. There is no person, kids, when we are kids, we all have this kind of, some of us, the one I did is we build a house, we will rebuild, we will crush it down, we will rebuild another one. So these are the things. The kids, the autistic children, they rarely do these things. They don't pretend, they don't do pretend plays. They want what they want. They want to be on their own, do their things. They keep on lining objects, lining toys, maybe doing one thing or the other continuously. They do, like, they want to put it like this, tim tom tim, they put it again like this. If you come and disrupt that lining, they will throw themselves on the floor. They will give you some behavior to show that these things you are doing, you are disturbing their own comfort and what they love doing. So limited imaginative play, when your child is not enjoying playing with others, pretend plays, doesn't imitate everyday action of adults, maybe brushing their hair, maybe cooking, this kind of thing. Like I said, when I was a kid, we used to build a house. When we used to build with palm trees. We will build, we will pull it down, we will rebuild again. We pretend cooking, these things kids do. Even play outside can happen. Even if you are in an apartment, there is some things kids do, and if they are not doing it, they are not socializing, they don't care about others. When they are hearing others playing outside, they don't care to go and meet them outside. It's something that you have to watch. Please watch it out. There might be reasons for it. You might be finding comfort in being alone, which is not going to help him or her. So when they are not doing this thing, number one, I have mentioned, number one is social communication challenge. Then the number two is delay or unusual speech. Number three is restricted or repetitive behavior. So number four is sensory sensitivity, which I have explained all these things. So number five is limited imagination play or imaginative play. They don't pretend to play, they don't show interest when the kids of their age is playing. They care less about whatever is happening in their background, in their environment. They do not care about this. All those things. When your child is doing these things, please, you need to see a pediatrician for you to be able to determine if your child is autistic, that is a help you will give to your child. And if you cannot be able to afford to go and see a pediatrician, you can seek advice online. You can research about these things. You can contact people that are talking about, because I believe so it's just a conventional YouTube. I want you, when you watch this video, you observe that your child is doing these things and you do not know how to help your child. Please reach out to me. I can guide you. I can send you a message on what you can do to help your child. If you cannot afford a therapy at the moment, there is some things you can do to help your child. So please, let's just do our best to know, because if you didn't give your child early intervention, then that is you have, like, I can say maybe you have like really added to your child's problem. Autism is not madness. Autism is not something it cannot be cured. But the only thing they need is just support. A love support, physical support, spiritual support. Spiritual support in terms of you, inside of you, believing that I am going to help my child. It's not only about prayers. Prayer works, but you have to physically support your child to get to that milestone, to reach to that place, to be able to support his life when you are not there. So thank you so much for all of you that are watching, that have watched to reach to this point. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. If you have subscribed and you don't watch my video, please watch. I appreciate it, and we will continue to raise this awareness. Autism is not madness. Early intervention is the best thing you can do to autism. Have money for therapy? Don't worry. We will talk about it. Just send me a message, drop a comment. I will listen. I will help you in any way I can. In any way I can, as an ABA therapist who have now experience, I will guide you to help your child at home if you can't. Or if you have a way of supporting your child going to early intervention therapy, then you have made a lot of progress. You have done so much good for that child. Thank you so much for all of you that are subscribing, that have subscribed, that are still going to subscribe, those that are watching my video, those that will watch. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And please do me a favor to share this video to your friend. Share this video to someone that is in a place that is not aware about autism, that is still thinking that my child is being witched, that his or her child has been bewitched, or is village people, or is, these things. Please share this video. Let it get to people that are supposed to understand what is going on. Thank you so much, and I believe I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye. Thank you.